Music was already a part of so much of what you guys already are as a family, correct?
Yeah, I gave him a set of what is a drum pad when he was like in first grade. Well, he was an athlete.
Yeah, he said his love was football.
He loved it. And I remember when he got hurt, he said, Dad, what am I gonna do now? I say, you can do anything you wanna do.
That's right.
When you think of rappers from Atlanta, what artists come to mind? Young Thug, Lil Baby, Gucci Mane, all artists known for pushing that Atlanta trap sound full of street raps and living a flash lifestyle with less emphasis placed on introspective and insightful lyrics. However, one artist that defied those characteristics and had a gift for telling stories and carefully articulating them into tracks is JID. From way back in 2015 till today, he's consistently been on his grind, going from an unknown independent artist to working with some of the biggest rappers and singers in the music industry. So today we're going to be diving into the key moments of JID's career and how he's earned the status of being a GOAT lyricist in 2025. To be honest, JID's early career isn't documented that great, but you can still find his early mixtapes on Soundcloud consisting of Para 2 and the first installment of DiCaprio. While these projects do have an early 2010s underground sound to them with minimal production, JID's pen game is what really makes these records stand out. Clever metaphors, alliteration, tight rhyme schemes, the technical rapping ability is on full display, and you can still have fun dissecting his lyrics on these early records. And subject matter wise, his early mixtapes were nowhere near as polished as the Never or Forever story, but a lot of his raps have an eerie feel to them, likely taking inspiration from the dark situations he experienced growing up.
My art comes from pain, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything I do pretty much came from pain, and it drives me, motivates me, like, to do the best I can with it. So I'm just really giving you my art from pain and just trying to paint pictures, bro. Like, I don't care about anything else.
And that's as real as it gets with JID. He raps from his perspective only, not playing into a persona and pretending to be something he isn't. And importantly, he's consistent in his art, always expressing emotional turmoil because of his surroundings and being marginalized as a black man in America. But he couldn't always express these emotions alone, and fortunately for JID, Atlanta's the hub for American hip-hop and has been for a long ass time. So there were plenty of rappers that he could relate to and form relationships with, including Earth Gang, with whom he formed the collective Spillage Village.
You ever heard of Earth Gang?
Yes.
Well, Earth Gang was on tour with Absol.
Got it.
And I was performing a song with them every night.
So you went with them?
Yeah, I just went with them. It wasn't
and you would
really
jump
about
out, do your one joint, and
I'm out.
and make the connects.
Being more established at the time, Earth Gang really helped JID sound more polished on records and gave him a lot of exposure. And if you haven't already, I'd really recommend listening to Exactly off of Shallow Graves for Toys. JID has a super clean verse sounding like Clips or Talib Kweli over some Alchemist type beat. It's crazy, and the song came out in 2014. And on top of being super gifted with words and rapping about life experiences, if JID ever got into a beef with another rapper, it's curtains for them, as he's quite vocal about Eminem being one of his main inspirations.
JID, lastly, I have another gift for you to end right here, a Smack DVD.
Whoa, bro, this is how I started. This is how I even started rapping,
Eminem.
bro. This is crazy, and I love Eminem.
What can you say about Smack DVDs?
This is how I started doing music, bro. This is literally how I started rapping.
And while his early career is dope, exploring his Caterpillar stage, I want to now get into the album that set the stage for JID's career in the long term, The Never Story. On March 10, 2017, The Never Story dropped, an extremely pivotal moment in JID's career. If you were tapped in 2017/2018, you would have heard people on social media comparing him to Kendrick, and to this day, I haven't heard another rapper ever receive that type of praise. And so, The Never Story takes the listener on a journey through JID's come-up, witty personality, and versatility as an artist.
Music is, you know what I'm saying, it's a feeling, so I'm trying to pull every feeling. In the project, I was trying to pull every emotion from like a human that I possibly could, so you could get like a little different vibes on that shit.
Dope.
Whether it's exploring the seemingly simple yet very complex nature of maintaining an intimate relationship on Hereditary, the 90s purist hip-hop flows over a boom-bap beat on Somebody, or just not taking himself too seriously on tracks like Ed, Ed and Eddie, Underwear, or Hood Burger, JID really covers the full spectrum of everything that he's worked to up until that point and summarized it for all the new fans that were going to discover his craft from this album.
I guess like they say, your first project is like everything you've been working on like your whole life before. Nigga was just broke it fuck, bro. Nigga was trying to goddamn feed himself. Niggas was trying to goddamn I don't know, just make something happen, like something that ain't never been done as far as like my bloodline and family and shit like that. Like
From start to finish, the album's also sequenced really well, bouncing between tracks with different subject matters and energy levels, constantly keeping the listener engaged. The voicemails and conversations on the intros and outros also hit, help giving the project an organic hometown feeling, reminiscent of Kendrick on Good Kid, Mad City. Also, importantly, the project only contains features from Spillage Village members and no one else, tying the project closer to Jid's musical roots in Atlanta and giving him the space to showcase his talent to the fullest.
I noticed too that you didn't really have features on the album.
nah.
Is that a choice? Is that like
Yeah, I didn't even want, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to keep it me so you can literally hear my story. You know what I'm saying? I had people on the project that have been with me in my process, my transition, my progression or whatever. So those people that was on there like were totally necessary. But anybody else, I just couldn't, I don't need any more thoughts or their ideas on it. That was just all me.
Yeah.
And the Never Story will go down in history as a phenomenal rap project that people will probably come back to 20 years later to reminisce on, the same way old heads treat Illmatic or Enter the 36 Chambers. And beyond this project, Jid's continue to grow into a better artist, reaching heights that rappers can only dream of. And next, I think it would be worth taking a look at how he's perceived against his competition. Being a lyrical rapper from day one, Jid's naturally gained respect from hip-hop purists, many of which see him as breathing life back into the genre by placing lyricism at the forefront. And while that old-school take on hip-hop is outdated and low-key prevents the genre from growth, it still holds some truth, as we can look at the XXL cover that Jid was a part of. He's undoubtedly held up better than most, if not all the rappers on that list. But in order for Jid to be appreciated by the new generation, he's had to show love for those artists that came alongside him. And being that their main inspirations may have come from other places, such as heavy metal or 2000s Atlanta trap, Jid's had to be able to convert his introspective and thought-provoking songs into a more palatable format for a younger demographic.
It's what you do, you know what I mean? That's what makes you special. You gotta have substance in it at the same time, it still gotta be jamming, you know what I mean? Because you know, we want to be too preachy.
Exactly, it gotta be fun.
You know what I mean? It gotta be fun, and I think you've mastered that.
And in a sense, being a successful MC as a younger artist in 2025 is a cheat code for versatility, as Jid can really jump on any track and tone it down or up a notch depending on the vibe, like the mosh pit energy on Stick versus the smooth soft vibe on Ladies, Ladies, Ladies with Tip. His versatility also shines on his Dreamville collaborations, as many of the time his presence feels like the glue that connects artists with different sounds together. Whether it be an R&B artist or a rapper with an alternative sound, you can always rely on Jid to bring it home on a record. And he's even transcended typical hip-hop collabs, linking up with K-pop groups, and his most streamed feature being a song with Imagine Dragons.
How did that record with Imagine Dragons change your life?
Bro, when I tell you a machine, bro, I aint never seen no machine like that. And like you said, like I'm signing Cole. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen a record work and the respect they put to it.
So wait a minute, you
like the respect.
Cole don't got a machine?
He got a machine. He is a machine himself, but not like them damn dragons.
Yeah, not like them dragons.
In my Denzel Curry vid, I mentioned that one of the most impressive things a rapper can do in today's world is develop a strong catalogue of projects over the course of several years, and Jid is no stranger to this feat. In today's generation, it's become far too common for artists to spam listeners with music within a short time frame to capitalize on the attention economy we all live in due to social media marketing. And while this strategy is effective for initial growth, it can also bring an artist to a halt creatively, as they become so versed with one style of music, placing their career in jeopardy for the long term. But Jid's the type of rapper to not be concerned with any form of virality, and instead takes the necessary time in between projects to let his sound marinate and let new listeners discover him organically. This also naturally makes his drops more significant, as he's able to articulately time his releases and even make records with rap icons Yasin Bey and Lil Wayne.
But you got Wayne on the album too, though.
Got Wayne on the album, yeah. That fucked me up. I ain't even, you know what's crazy? When I first got the verse, I ain't listened to it until like we started doing mixing. I was like, this can't be real. You know what I'm saying? I let it sit for a minute. I knew. As soon as my folks sent me the what's name, and I heard the lighter flick, I just turned it off. I was like, no sir, like I don't.
Not the lighter flick.
Not the light. As soon as I heard, I turned it off. I don't want to hear it right now. Like this can't be real.
And with his fourth album, God Does Like Ugly, dropping on the 8th of August, 3 years since the Forever Story, Jid's yet again took his time and created a buzz around his project in which fans can't wait to hear. And with hip-hop having a strong year in 2025, with several great bodies of work being released from a wide spectrum of artists, it's fair to say that Jid will probably be a strong contender for Album of the Year with this release.